Hello everyone, Nucleus here. So today, in this video, this is basically going to be the first part and build vlog of me going into the world of your custom loop, open loop water cooling. So one of the things that I had noticed is that I was not utilizing all of my hardware, at least in my previous builds, as well as my previous gaming rig, to the fullest. You know, enabling XMP or Expo, or turning on resizable bar. So, and I think that's why I was having issues with the textures and in control. If you've watched any of the gameplay footage that I've done for that, sometimes you see the details and not just the environment, but in some of the cutscenes where the textures would just pop out and just completely disappear, or they turn kind of look smeared and not particularly not particularly well for what you would think would be a high-end gaming rig. Uh, so basically, what this build is going to be. This is going to be my new gaming rig, but we're going to we're overclocking. I've always known about overclocking. I've known how to do it, but I've always been a little too scared to. Um, so, and I know that most AIOs, which I have used in the past, will do a generally good job of overclocking. But we're talking extreme overclocking, so I'm going to try to get high-speed memory kits. I'm still looking at probably a Nitro Plus card from Sapphire, but this initial build was originally going to be based around the 7950 X3D, but then AMD announced the 9000 series processor, so now I'm looking at the 9900X. So I believe the 9000 series is supposed to be coming out at the end of this month, probably sometime in Q4. But we're going to be looking at probably getting a high-end board for that, as well as 9900X CPU. But first, we're going to do kind of an unboxing. So I've already bought a few items already and kind of in preparation for it. The case we're going to be using is going to be my dream box. If you've seen the first, maybe the second video that I've done, the dream box, the configuration that I had it built in was more of like a test bench. This time I've taken it and built it out to be kind of like the 011 Dynamic. The kit itself does have enough parts to support such a design. But that's what I'm going with. So I guess you could say this is going to be like my skunk works. I really think that the Dreambox was a very unique idea, and but if you're looking for something kind of similar to that, I know the Dreambox isn't being made anymore, but Alphacool came out with their Apex, which is basically a same thing. It is a frame style open chassis, except it's using carbon fiber. There's a couple carbon fiber panels and carbon fiber tubing, as well as some steel fittings to give the whole case some rigidity. Except for, unlike the Dreambox, which you could build anything out of its pieces, this is strictly an open concept case. No, that's it. So let's get with the unboxing. While this part isn't going to be an unboxing, but we have pretty much gone. We're going full German engineering. So conductor not extreme. So the Conductive Not Extreme, I'm going to be, I am going to be taking the, well, obviously with open loop, I am going to be taking off the cooler for whatever GPU I end up getting, and we're going to be applying the Conductive Knot to the GPU. There's actually another component to this that I'm going to have to get, and it's actually also made by Thermal Grizzly. It is a compound that you apply to the components surrounding the GPU core. So when you use liquid metal, in the event that liquid metal spills over to those components, you don't short out a component and potentially kill your graphics card. So we're going with the Conductive Not Extreme. So we are going for all the tricks. So I do have an AM5 contact sealing frame. Now I do know that AM5 with their retention brackets, they've never had really an issue with the way that air coolers and liquid coolers are connected, or, well, I guess you can say connected to the CPU themselves, because the LGA 1700, because with the way that their retention bracket is, there is some bowing. I believe it's a concaving when you apply, when you try to put on a liquid cooler or an air cooler. There is a bit of a concave or bowing of the processor when you try to apply your cooler. Gamers Nexus did a huge video investigating that. It even started with the LGA 1700 contact frame from Thermal Grizzly, and then they've kind of spun it off with flatness test, working with, I believe it was either Scythe or maybe it might have been Deep Cool, with regards to like the flatness of the cold plate for the air cooler. But we'll be using an AM5 contact frame. Actually, this, as you can see, this one is open. I actually have a second one. This is for something else. Now we have Hydronaut. So this is the thermal paste that I'm actually going to be applying to the CPU block. This is supposed to be Thermal Grizzly's high performance thermal grease for CPUs, and especially within with regards to I can't think of what I was saying. Anyway, but it's got the Der Bauer's endorsement, so we're gonna go with that. We're full on German engineering. Next we have high performance thermal pads. I actually have quite a few here because with regards to the one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting a PCIe Gen 5 SSD, and notably I'm looking at Crucial's, I believe it was 700 or 705 SSD, but research has shown that they get really hot, and are prone to not throttling, but crashing your entire system and just not getting it to boot at all. So, but they've been known for like they just get very hot. So we're going to pair the Thermal Grizzly's high performance thermal pads with a water block for the SSD, and believe me, they make them. So, and that's what we have there. Here we have one of the first things. Actually, now one of the first things we're actually going to be unboxing. So this is the actual unboxing. So we have we have a full copper radiator from Alphacool. This is part of their Nexos line, as you can see here. So it is the ST. I believe this is 30 millimeters thick, as you can see. German engineering. So this shouldn't. So we have documentation. Actually, I wasn't expecting this. We have some hardware. Oh, yep. We already have hardware for mounting fans to the radiator, and they're already individually bagged, which is nice. I see. And they include this. I can't think of the name of it now. But that's actually pretty nice. I was expecting just the radiator and not hardware. So there we have it. We're one of our 360 rads, 30 millimeters thick from Alphacool. The end's already plugged up. So to go with this radiator, we have second radiator, another 360, the UT60 from the Nexos line. So this one, as you can see, is much thicker. So like you had the 30, it is 30 millimeters. Now you have a 60 millimeter thick radiator. So you can see that is massive. So stems on both sides. That wasn't kind of expecting that. Kind of inspect the fans, which I need to do for the other one. Doesn't look like any of the fins are bent. So, but with this, I'm expecting some really good temperatures. With not just the fact that I have two 360 rads, but because this is so thick, the surface area, this amount of surface area is definitely going to help with keeping temperatures low. So, but what I'm going to do is that's my alarm. We are going to install these into my dream box, and then we're going to talk about fan selection. other than that, I'll give me a second and we'll get to the case. Okay, now that I have the two radiators installed, so so now that I have the two radiators installed, I have the these are 25 millimeter installed on the bottom and the 60 millimeter installed here in the side, basically kind of like the all them dynamic. So as you can see, I'm going with the Lee Infinity fans. These are the reverse blade. Those are going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to get some regular 120 Infinity fans for the side. Alphacool does have its own set of fans. They're actually steel, and they're meant to be quiet. And I have considered going with those, but the idea with this is, this is also meant to be kind of like Skunkworks. You're over the top, balls out computer case. So the distribution plate that I'm going to get, that's going to go here in the front, is also ARGB and will be from Alphacool as well. Still waiting on what the motherboard situation is going to look like when the 9000 series of motherboards comes out, but I already do have a water block for the AM5 socket, so I'll do an unboxing of that once I have my motherboard and a 9000 series processor. I'm already looking at power supplies. That should be a situation we'll be looking at coming soon. Given kind of the layout of the case, I don't think the power supply is going to be so huge that it's going to take up this entire space, and I'm going to have to do some crazy routing with the cables. But time will tell. So that is it for this entry in the build vlog. Ignore the motherboard you might see here in the corner. That is for a separate project. I'm doing a PC build dedicated to just content creation and coding. So not sure if I'm going to make a video of that. I probably will, but stay tuned for that if I do decide to make that into a video. Also, of course, when I did the unboxing of the different inland electronics parts kits with their version of Arduino, I got those there. Be on the lookout for videos regarding the little pre-planned projects that we have that are available for those. So, but that's it for this entry in the build vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.